Hello and welcome to the ARCS. We're live here from Atlanta Motor Speedway for the running of the M&M 60. After Tyler Seville won the inaugural race of Season 3 and collected his first career victory, we find ourselves here at Atlanta to decide who will be the next winner in Season 3. Now let's take a look at your top 10 qualifiers in today's field. Starting on the pole, the rookie of William Donuts. In second, Quinn Porter. In third, Cooper Hones. In fourth, Ryan Just. In fifth, Richard Morphy. In sixth, Keith Vega. In seventh, Darren Kiefer. In eighth, Blubber Plummer. In ninth, Andy Seville. And rounding out your top 10, Draven Sandy. Let's take a look at the rest of the competitors in today's field and get right on into the action here at Atlanta. And we're live here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Richard Petty in that green and blue Dodge pace car is going to dive off, and a Dodge will lead us to green as William Donuts has the pole. He's got a good jump with a little bit of help from the 43, maybe, as they cross the stripe. And that will give that 21 car of Richard Morphy some breathing room on the bottom. And William Donuts is going to lead pretty comfortably into turn 1 here, but Cooper Hones, another rookie, will probably challenge on the backstretch. We'll see. Ooh, is Darren Kiefer, will he make a move to the inside of Richard Morphy in that 21? Nope, he's going to stay hooked up to the 21. And William Donuts, we'll see if he leads the first lap. He's a little up the racetrack, but he is up the racetrack as well as the 43. And William Donuts going to lead that lap here at Atlanta in the M&M 60. Ooh, and how about Darren Kiefer up here? We got a bunch of Dodges up at the front, as we got a Dodge leading this race, a Dodge in third and a Dodge in fourth. But Cooper Hones, the only car that isn't a Dodge inside the top 4, is going to try to lead this race on the preferred line on the bottom. And Darren Kiefer repping the Coca-Cola colors here today, as Coca-Cola is based out of Atlanta, so gotta keep those Coca-Cola colors running tried and true here at Atlanta. As Andy Seville up here, another Dodge, trying to block Jerry Funk. How about Jerry Funk up here? Season 1 champion, trying to run strong in Season 3. Season 2 was not kind to Jerry Funk, but he's trying to run it back here in Season 3. And Cooper Hones and William Donuts are battling back and forth. They're playing a game of tag, as they're like, oh, no, you lead. Nope, you lead. As William Donuts will likely lead this lap here, but we'll see if Cooper Hones can drop to the bottom and lead this 5th lap here at Atlanta. But how about Jerry Funk? Whoa, and Cooper Hones top to bottom move. And Cooper Hones and William Donuts, like I said before, playing around up at the front, but Jerry Funk, he's not playing any games here at Atlanta, and he wants to get around both of these drivers. And speaking of more Dodges entering the fray, we've got that 14 of Ryan Hubbs in another Dodge, but how about that 3 car? After a request from a team, the team requested a different driver to go to a different team, so it looks like that 3 car, we didn't talk about this in Daytona, obviously, but the 3 car has changed from the 9 to the 3, so that 3 car of Joshua Harrison. Oh, we got a car in the wall. Andy Seville's in the wall. Oh, Bob Verstappen, David Long go around in front of the field. Oh, a big one here in Atlanta. Blubber Plummer's up and over. Quinn Porter was nearly vertical. And that car is going down the track, and it is rolling, and Blubber Plummer's face is absolutely crunched, and I could not hold the laughter in. But Denzel Scott, another driver involved, and William Donuts led to the stripe here at Atlanta, and we'll get a replay in just a moment. And let's take a look at the replay here at Atlanta. Whoa, Andy Seville gets in the wall, Bob Verstappen comes down, and the 99 of David Long goes up into traffic and takes out the majority of this field, as roughly 13, 14 cars are involved in this one, a lot with major damage here. We'll get another replay of this accident from a different angle in just a moment. And let's take a look at the view from the Blubber Vision cam here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Oh, and Blubber Plummer, he is definitely seeing something as his eyes are huge as he's rolling down the track, and he does not like this crazy ride that he goes on here at Atlanta, and he ends up face first in the concrete here at Atlanta. And we're back here at Atlanta Motor Speedway after a crazy wreck in the first 10 laps of this race. And let's take a look at the drivers who were involved and out of this one. In 40th place will be Denzel Scott in 39th, the 93 of Deacon Gentleman in 38th, the 24 of Theophilus Morgendorfer Jr. In 37th, the 27 car of Blubber Plumber, as you just saw the Blubber Vision camera. In 36, the 33 car, I believe, of Bob Verstappen. And then the 32 of Cassie Reynolds and the 54 of Michael Renninger were the cars involved and out of this race here at Atlanta thus far. As Cooper Holmes and William Donuts doing battle like they have all day, they've been, I'd probably gander to say they've been the two best cars all day. William Donuts being the best car in my opinion thus far, but as he gets shuffled to the outside, we'll say hello to that new car to the field, the 3 car of Joshua Harrison after he switched over from the 9 to the 3 as we covered earlier in this race. But how about that 23 car of Armando O'Reilly for Spire Motorsports? A small team making big moves up at the front here with the big dogs. As that is a small team operation and a rookie driver, so we'll see how things shake out. But we have a long ways to go here at Atlanta, as we're only 11 laps down of 40 here in the M&M 60. It's that 43 car, Cooper Holmes, using the top lane in the entry of the corner, but then dropping down to the bottom as the corner progresses, as the 18 car is going to use that bottom of the track, as I was just talking about, to probably get around the 43, maybe with some help from the 3 car. We'll see who the 3 chooses to help, and the 3 car is going to choose to help the 18, but not for long, as the 3 car going to make a muscly move to the inside of the 18. That 23 will follow suit, and we'll see if the 23 is going to make it 3 wide in turn 3. And Spire Motorsports' number 23 is going to make it 3 wide, coming to the stripe here. And we'll see who leads the lap. I believe it might go to the 18. Oh, it goes to the 3 in the middle of the track. And hopefully we won't see any wrecks up here, because this is just absolute chaos here. 3 wide for the lead. And that's allowing all these drivers to get bunched up into this position here that they're in. Whoa, 4 wide! 4 wide for 3rd place, and they're going to wreck in front of the field. Will they save it? Aiden King goes around. Oh, the 22 of Sean Carson around as well. As they slow down, I believe that'll be a caution. No other drivers involved, but a slow spin here at Atlanta, and the caution is out. And I believe that'll give the 3 car... Or no, the 23 is going to lead back to caution, and we'll get a replay in just a moment here at Atlanta. And we're back here at Atlanta. Let's take a look at the replay. Oh, Robbie Margot gets squeezed by the 43 of Cooper Holmes and Sean Carson, and 3 or 4 cars go around. Getting some damage here, but oh, and Mitch Barrier almost cleans out that 72 of Ryan Just, but hopefully everybody will continue. But what a sad day for Cooper Holmes, as he was battling with William Donuts up at the front, and now he has damage. So we'll get back to the race in just a moment. And we're back here at Atlanta, and it looks like we're going to have pit stops here. Early pit stops for the drivers, and hopefully this will be the only stop here at Atlanta, as it's only a 40-lap race here in Georgia. But the 23 car of Armando O'Reilly leads us down pit road, and everybody will take stops, as the 3 car will have its first pit stop ever, and hopefully that pit crew's up to the task, as they were just called up after Daytona. And there's the man waving the green sign, telling all the drivers to get in their pit stalls. As Darren Kiefer, one of the last drivers to drop in. Quinn Porter trying to find his stall. Hopefully not cutting anybody off, as the 3 cars off pit road. And will he lead us back? Yes, he will. And the new pit crew for that 3 car, after being the 9 car in race 1, gets them the lead off of pit road. Oh, and contact between Quinn Porter and Keith Vega. But William Donuts with an abysmal stop here at Atlanta after he was leading early. He's probably back in like 25th place now. As you can see, the rest of the damaged vehicles in line here, but Cooper Holmes, another driver that had damage early, will get that repaired, and we'll get back to the action in just a moment here at Atlanta. And we're back here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and how about that 3 car of Joshua Harrison leading here after a pit stop? And that, I believe that 23 car of Armando O'Reilly loses 5 spots on pit road, but after that pit cycle, we're going to get another green here at Atlanta. 18 of 40 complete here in the race, as we're getting almost to the halfway point here. But that 18 car and 3 car have been pretty sturdy up at the front. But Clay Stone in that 42 car, or John Hendricks, my bad, John Hendricks in that 42 car, he's come from nowhere, along with Draven Sandy in that Starcom car. That 00 for Draven Sandy up here as well, so good job for those guys. That 42 of John Hendricks on the bottom. That slick DC Solar scheme. As Draven Sandy's now entering the fray up here. Is he in third place as they enter this lap? With a push from the 23 car. And Jerry Funk's up here as well. Got Jack Porter in the 15. Joffrey Weeds in the Mercedes back there. And the 42 of John Hendricks going to make a move on the 3 car for the lead here. As the field has less and less drivers now in it. Less competitive drivers, I should say, as no drivers were collected and retired from that last wreck, so that's good. But a lot of drivers with damage, and heavy damage, I might add. So we'll see if they play into later in the race, and maybe we'll see some lap cars up here potentially throw a wrench into the leader's plans. Is Draven Sandy going to maybe put the bumper to the 23 car coming out of turn 2, and he thinks better of it. The 23 will go to the outside. Get some draft off of the 42 of John Hendricks. And Jack Porter, we haven't talked at all about Jack Porter today, but he has drafted his way up to the front in that Motorcraft car. Another alternate scheme for today. But Armando O'Reilly, as he snuck his way through the pack early in this one, he's kind of snuck toward the front after that pit cycle where he lost a lot of spots. As they come down the backstretch, 2 by 2 here, and we'll see who gets the lead going into turn 3 at Atlanta. And as we've passed the halfway point, coming to this lap here, a couple laps ago, we'll take a look at the fastest lap. And the 4 car of Matthew Bussey Jr. with the fastest lap here today, and we'll see if that changes as they cross the stripe. And no, it did not. But second fastest car on the track is Jack Porter in that 15 car. So his car is hooked up here at Atlanta. And he's looking for the lead, 3 wide for the lead here. As Jack Porter, Draven Sandy, and Armando O'Reilly, all 3 wide going into turn 3 here at Atlanta. And we'll see if Jerry Funk can give Jack Porter the push he needs. Oh, and Jerry Funk thinks better of it. He's going to push Jack Porter up the track. And Jerry Funk looking for his first win since Season 1. That's pretty hard to believe. Our Season 1 champion hasn't won since Season 1. We're on Season 3, folks. Whoa, and that 21 car getting a little racy with the 3. Oh, contact, but no spin. Wow, they are leaning on each other on the backstretch, but no spin here at Atlanta. As the 21, hey, two Motorcraft schemes up at the front here. Pretty impressive. You got the retro-looking one on the outside and the newer 21 on the inside, so how about that? And Jerry Funk, I didn't realize Jerry Funk, he's kind of gapped the second and third place drivers. Could we see a Jerry Funk dominant win like we saw in Season 1? As Jerry Funk got a dominant win at North Wilkesboro Speedway in Season 1, but as we've been talking about, hasn't collected a victory since, as the 21 car, like Queen, breaks free from the rest of the field and is going to try to chase down Jerry Funk in that 34 car. We'll see if he gets some draft over the next couple laps, as it was 0.2 of a second at the line, and we'll see what it's like coming to the next lap here at Atlanta. But Ryan Hubbs, your top Dodge driver of the day, actually followed close behind by William Donuts. How about William Donuts up here? He got shuffled out earlier in this race, almost involved in that last wreck, but he kept it clean somehow, and he's up inside the top 5, so good for that 12 car. And we'll see, it was 2 seconds at the line last time. Ooh, or not 2 seconds, I should say, 0.2 of a second. But it was 0.24 that last lap, so he's gained about 0.04 of a second on Jerry Funk. But speaking of gaining, Ryan Hubbs has gained on that 21 car of Richard Morphy. So 3-car breakaway up at the front. We got a blue, red, and blue and yellow car all up at the front. Cars, I should say, as Jack Porter is the 4th place driver, slightly behind the 3-car breakaway here in that Motorcraft paint scheme. But Jerry Funk, he holds the delta here at 0.2 of a second, so no gain or no loss for that 21 car of Richard Morphy. Ooh, as we got a little bit of 3. Oh, and Ryan Hubbs going to make a move on 2nd place driver Richard Morphy. Does Ryan Hubbs have what it takes to get past the 21 and the 34 here at Atlanta? We'll see. Dodge, up to this point last season, already would have had a win And they got their win at Daytona with Deacon Gentleman, but Deacon Gentleman, I don't think, is even close to being in the running for this one here at Atlanta. But the top Ford driver is Jerry Funk. The top Dodge driver is Ryan Hubbs. And the top Toyota driver, I have no clue where the top Toyota driver... Oh, it's Chris Hergeson. As you can see him barely in frame, that yellow car. That 40 car, I believe, of Chris Hergeson. Yep, being the top Toyota driver. But uh-oh, folks. Jerry Funk's going to get a taste of lap cars here at Atlanta in just a couple laps. As we're almost close to getting 10 laps to go here at Atlanta. And Ryan Hubbs making that pass on Richard Morphy did lose time to Jerry Funk. It was 0.2 of a second. Now it is 2/27 of a second. And we'll see how that 99 car of David Long plays into... Oh, and that car looks absolutely destroyed here at Atlanta. But he's still trying to get every single point he can. There are only 5 cars, I believe, out of this race. And that 88 or the 99 of David Long's trying not to be one of them. He's on the backstretch, and the leaders are coming out of turn 2, so there is roughly about a straightaway separating Jerry Funk to that 99 car of David Long as everybody single file here, but obviously not trying to cause a caution. And as I say that, Armando O'Reilly nearly gets into the back of the 21. But how about Armando O'Reilly? I think that car's got speed as he passed Jack Porter and I believe Keith Vega. So he's making some moves, trying to get to that 34 of Jerry Funk. Oh, and Ryan Hubbs has it down to 0.1 of a second. Here at Atlanta, he's gaining slightly on Jerry Funk. And Armando O'Reilly is gaining as well. And he's trying to bring Jack Porter with him. As 2 Motorcraft schemes side by side here coming off turn 4. But Jerry Funk, how sweet it would be for Jerry Funk to collect his first victory in almost 2 seasons. Oh no, folks, and we've got David Long up here as Ryan Hubbs is about to make a pass. Uh-oh, where's that lap car going to go? Oh, and I believe it's going to block Jerry Funk just as we were talking about how sweet it would be for Jerry Funk to win. Oh, will he drop in front of Ryan Hubbs? Oh, and he corners Ryan Hubbs to the bottom of the track. And everybody slows up to avoid that 99. And how about Jack Porter up here? We were talking about Jack Porter earlier as he might make a pass for the lead over Ryan Hubbs. Oh, and poor Jerry Funk getting held out to dry. And we'll see if he maybe gets a top 10 here in this race, but it was looking like Jerry Funk's race to lose. And he loses it here today, but we could see an overtime finish or a late race caution, so it's not over, folks. But we've got Ryan Hubbs, your leader, Jack Porter in second place, trying to hunt down the 14 car, and I believe he's going to get to the inside of him. With roughly 6 laps to go here at Atlanta in the M&M 60. But as they go 2 by 2, oh, and we got more lap cars, folks. We do have more laps, but we also have more lap cars here at Atlanta. As Jack Porter will take the lead here, presumably here in turn 3. And that will allow, I believe, the 21 of Richard Morphy to get below the 14 of Ryan Hubbs. And that's going to maybe make it a Motorcraft battle for the win here, as we got the 15 and 21, both primary sponsors are Motorcraft, so, and both Mustangs, so the Mustangs trying to go 1-2, but Ryan Hubbs dropped in front of Richard Morphy, so we'll see if Ryan Hubbs can chase down Jack Porter here at Atlanta. Ooh, and there's those lap cars as you see. In front of Jack Porter here, 35 of 40 complete, 5 laps to go. Jack Porter just hoping he does not catch those lap cars before he gets the checkered flag. But Ryan Hubbs would love to see those lap cars make a difference as Ryan Hubbs slightly gains by, I would say a 10th, but it's not a 10th. It's just under a 10th. As, ooh, we got 3-4, almost 4 wide. Oh, that's not good. You do not want to see 4 wide on the backstretch because that does not work. Just as we were talking about a late caution in this race, as the 42 of John Hendricks and the 23 of Armando O'Reilly make it interesting there. As Ryan Hubbs, I think he's just waiting to make his calculated pass for the win here, as he's stalking Jack Porter in that 15 car. Jack Porter actually, fun fact, Jack Porter actually wanted Atlanta in Season 2, so we could see Jack Porter go back-to-back at Atlanta 2 seasons in a row. But Ryan Hubbs is gaining significantly, and that 4 car of Matthew Bussey Jr. is a lap car, or about to be a lap car, and has damage, so it will be an interesting finish here at Atlanta. Will the lap cars get to Jack Porter before Ryan Hubbs gets to Jack Porter? We'll see. Roughly 3 laps to go as they cross the stripe here. Jack Porter leads, Ryan Hubbs second. In third, Richard Morphy. Fourth, the 3 car of Joshua Harrison. And in fifth, Armando O'Reilly. So there's your top 5, your M&M's top 5. Ooh, and Ryan Hubbs. Oh, and he almost takes out Jack Porter, but he slides behind him, and we'll see where Jack Porter goes. Oh, and will Matthew Bussey Jr. hold up Jack Porter? And I think he will. Oh, and this is going to bring everybody up to the front. Oh, and will Ryan Hubbs go to the outside? No, he won't. Jack Porter, 2 laps to go as they cross the stripe. Ryan Hubbs is there. The 4 car of Matthew Bussey Jr. was not really a factor. He did hold him up slightly, and that's allowed Richard Morphy to gain some time on these leaders. Oh, and we got Diego Tacone and that 1 car of Aiden King up here as well. It's just lap car city up at the front, and these 2 cars up front are bumper to bumper as we're going to get 1 to go. Presented by M&M's as we cross the stripe, and they're going to be door to door for the last lap here. Jack Porter's going to lead the last one, but will he collect the checkered flag? I'm not sure. And we'll still have those lap cars to contend with if they get there. Oh, and there's Diego Tacone in the frame of this picture. Oh, and don't count out that 3 car of Joshua Harrison. If things get hairy, where will the 3 car be? Jack Porter's there. Ryan Hubbs going into the final quarter. Who will it be? Jack Porter or Ryan Hubbs? Jack Porter's to the inside of Ryan Hubbs, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And Ryan Hubbs is going to win in Season 3 at Atlanta. Congratulations to Ryan Hubbs on his first win of Season 3 and his second career victory here in the ARCS. And your highest finishing rookie in the field is the 23 car of Armando O'Reilly, who got 4th place at Atlanta. So congratulations again to Ryan Hubbs at Atlanta. And we're back here at Atlanta after a thrilling victory by Ryan Hubbs, pulling off a pass late on Jack Porter. And Ryan Hubbs collects his second career victory. His first career victory was at Road America on a road course, so pretty impressive for Ryan Hubbs, and he'll be the second driver locked into the playoffs here in Season 2. In second place, Jack Porter coming up short here at Atlanta, almost trying to pull off a back-to-back season win, but came up short. In third, the 3 car of Joshua Harrison. Impressive run for Joshua Harrison after switching teams. In fourth, the highest finishing rookie, Armando O'Reilly in that 23 car. In fifth, Keith Vega. In sixth, Richard Morphy. In seventh, Andy Seville. In 8th, Draven Sandy. In 9th, poor Jerry Funk, after leading so many laps and being dominant, gets held up by a lap car. And rounding out your top 10, the 7 car of Benedict Schumacher. Let's take a look at the rest of the drivers and where they finished in today's race. Only a couple drivers retired from this one, so that's pretty impressive. And Matthew Bussey Jr. and David Long were the only cars to go a lap down, so that's pretty good. But congratulations again to that 14 car of Ryan Hubbs. And we'll see you next week at Texas Motor Speedway. So hope to see you all there.